Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a bit rusty, but we are in the middle of this watch that I put you on starting on September 26th. And so, since I worked so hard leading up to it, I took 3 days off to heal, and now I'm back. I'm a little rusty. But, as I warned you, in the middle of this, it's kind of wild. And so this new atmospheric river, which I've been talking about, is passing over the United States, and Texas is getting the worst of it. And so we've been having the Mexico Popocatépetl volcano go off almost all month. And then just a few days ago, the Guatemala volcano erupted again, and it hadn't gone off since around April when Hawaii and Guatemala erupted. And that's the volcano that can put out 1,300 degree pyroclastic flow. So you got active volcano here, active volcano here. You had a lot of earthquake activity in the Caribbean. And so it is no surprise we are seeing large bands of moisture near where a lot of the volcano activity is. And so Texas is in a pretty bad, really bad flooding situation right about now. Evacuations are occurring along the Llano River in south central Texas. It's near record level, currently at 39 feet. The record is 41 feet in 1935. So we're in a story of fire and ice, where we have a whole lot of heat, and now we're getting a whole lot of cold coming from the top. And so it is a big battle between the two. It's brought to us by Jack Sillin, who's always chillin'. GFS tropopause loops from theweathermodels.com show a developing Rex block over the western U.S., sending deep troughs cold towards the east coast this weekend. Also note the white-gray patches popping up from Greenland. I'm going to give you a second to note them. Duly noted. That's true Arctic air developing. 'Tis the season, and today is the first day I wore a jacket in forever. So I was happy about that. All right. So, Rob Lightbound at Crown Weather Services, wouldn't that equate to a 20-foot plus storm surge? Or would the high water mark include waves on top of the surge? On top of Jonathan Petromala's tweet, he's from AccuWeather. Does a great job. New info from assessment crews from NOAA on the surge at Mexico Beach. They found the high water mark in a condo building near the beach. It was on top of the building on the second floor, but it's really the third floor. So the storm surge sounds like it was about at least 30 feet. At Valais, the lake effect cloud machine is going strong today as cooler air rushes over the warm Lake Erie and Ontario waters. A sign of what is to come this fall. And you know, the seasons, I don't even think the definitions cover them properly anymore. Because it's like, it's going to be like winter, and it's going to be like summer, and it's going to feel like spring. And back to winter again. This brought to us by Austin Weather Girl. That's really your name. Floodgate opened at Mansfield Dam on the Colorado River in Austin, Texas, due to flooding. So the flooding situation is going on all over in Texas right now, in the middle. And even the DFW area has been undergoing some major flash flooding in places. Austin Weather Girl, again, if that's really your name. Here's an LCRA diagram of the dam system on the Colorado River, Highland Lakes. Floodgate operations are underway at Wirtz and Starka dams, happening soon at Mansfield and Tom Miller dams. Heads up to anyone along the river. That was an hour ago. But yes, the situation with the dams and the rivers is something that needs to be monitored. And remember, when you're estimating worst case scenario, best case scenario, in 2018, things most time lean towards the worst case scenario. I'm your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, and it is my job to bring you bad information. Wait, bad news. Good information, bad news. Did I mention I was rusty? Everybody loves it, Rusty. Come on, why are you so slow? Internets, speed up. You're making my production value seem low. When I checked a little while ago, it had like 137 rivers in flood stage. No, 145. Maybe it's 143. But as we will see momentarily, there are a lot of rivers flooding. So yeah, you got a problem going on in the middle of America. I mean, that's a serious problem as your planetary defense commander. And remember, the East Coast has been undergoing a lot of flooding too, but as you can see, it travels the expanse of Texas, and that the new atmospheric river that goes over Texas, and then it usually covers the East Coast, as you can see, that causing major problems. And so now is a great time for us all as Americans to come together to meet these challenges head on. And the thing is, I think this is going to continue to kind of grow backwards as this thing moves forward. So this system is going to cause problems as it moves out. So I think anybody, that area over time, if I have my math correct, and we should expect a whole lot of moisture coming. We got signals of what looks like a pretty nasty storm coming in about 5 days, but as I noted in one of my last few videos, whatever is happening here with the moisture around the volcanoes is creating some pretty wild situations. And so us in Texas, because I'm in Houston, we need to be prepared, and we need to keep monitoring the volcanoes in Guatemala and Mexico. I know science is like, only carbon, only carbon. But I guarantee you, monitoring the volcanoes will help us understand the activity around us. And so, we are definitely, for the last 2 weeks, everyone in the world really is on high weather alert, or high weird wild watch, whatever. Here, we're seeing the triple effect. See 1, 2, 3. And it's been like 4 or 5 years since we got that triple effect that I can remember. And as some of these systems, drag it down so you can see dates, drag out, it looks like some of these systems have potential to do like a nor'easterly or semi-hurricaney or tropical system bomb as they leave out the East Coast. So that's definitely going to have to be stuff that is going to be monitored. But see the triple system there, 1, 2, 3. And so this almost shows a low shooting out of the Pacific. And I think there's even an official like type watch. Let me go check. Yeah. So we are watching for this, even though it says they have it at 0, but I'm saying we're watching for something to kind of pop out. It's not on here, but we're watching. There's no, even though there are no alerts are up the next week, we're watching a little bit of everything. And if you can't handle it, Asteroid Fight Club and THORNEWS might not be the place for you. Oh, maybe you get excited about this. The royal family had a baby, and they're going all over the world so people can give them baby gifts. People love that shit. And then Twitter is like sending out weird dun 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 notifications. They hear about it. And since, they're a major organization, everybody's freaking out about it. Yeah, so that atmospheric river thing I was talking about, see that? There's a great picture of it. See how it's a giant monster Quetzalcoatl system? So yeah, everything is weird. And that is brought to us by Celestial Observe and the Celestial Observer. Thank you, Celestial Observer. And the bottom of Earth doesn't get enough attention, but she's always fascinating to look at, for sure. Yeah, the weather's wild all over. France has been having some major floods. And Spain will be getting some major floods. It's a bit wild all over. Brought to us by the Wavemaster Dada Boo. Big difference between the 00Z Euro versus 12Z VS GFS at plus 240. Waiting to see what 12Z Euro shows. But yeah, so hope for that. And then prepare for this, where it shows a double low. You see the triple system that I'm talking about. And so this low in the middle around the 26th. Could be more intense than it's showing. And so I would guess this area needs to watch, but Texas, we're getting a lot of the rain regardless. But look at this triple system is something to watch. I'll say it again. This triple system is something to watch. And then as it moves out, it could intensify again. And so it's a good time to stay alert, smoke them if you got them, and try and enjoy life. And it is Eris Day, so people may be more wallowed in discord. Try not to fall for that shit. Rise above it. You can do it. I have faith in you. WX Charts GFS op keeps hinting at cold northerly intrusions towards the end of October. And everybody's basically saying, well, the end of October's got a big storm or two. And so this week has a big storm or two. So, hey, prepare for a couple big storms. I guess that's what this video is about. I'm already 11 minutes crazy. Lots been going on. GFS op keeps hinting. Oh, yeah, I read that shit. Brought to us by Weather Charts. Thank you, Weather Charts. Yeah, so we got a bunch of people, and I explained the air stuff more in a rambly sense in that video. We got a bunch more. And here's the pressure versus wind speed for Michael. It was definitely Cat 4, strong Cat 4 or Cat 5 range. And as I say, brought to us by Here on Mars, we all share a bit of responsibility for the absolute joke that is our government. Yep. If we'd stop looking at like votes ain't gonna solve shit, man. We got big problems that are happening now. And so it is time for us to come together as one Earth family to deal with that. Instead of warring with each other like the Targaryens and the Lannisters. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could write Game of Thrones the last season, everybody would decide to get along and it would turn into a romantic comedy where they build the whole badass new world. And everybody's happy, everybody wins. And you have a bunch of animals and people killing each other. Jack Sillen is probably still chilling. Twin 970 to 975 millibar storms in the Gulf of Alaska. That would make them Category 2 hurricanes or Category 1. Straits of Labrador will be pushing tremendous amounts of warm air northward this weekend. The result will be blocking ridges both up and downstream of the East Coast. Cold and stormy signal. There you go, peeps. You got your signal. It's cold and it's stormy. So, like I said, we're going to be getting storms of fire and ice. Worst case scenario, we're going to get hit by a hurricane again, and then it's going to freeze. You know, that shit kind of almost happened last year in the nor'eastern stuff where it was wet, and then it froze. Created some of the craziest images out of Boston. Anybody remember that? I do. Okay, how we doing? So, and Bill Sienkiewicz, he's one of my favorite artists and most influential ones of a long time. He brought comics into the adult area. True story. Oh, my phone's telling me that because I've been talking too long. So, just want to let everyone know, I'm back. I'm rusty. I'm trying to put out some edited videos because I miss editing. Over a foot of rain has fallen in parts of Texas this week. So yeah, Texas, we have to set the example for not only America, but Earth. So we got to come together and figure out some new ideas, start thinking outside of the box, because the weather will calm down after after October, but then it'll start ramping back up again in 3 months, and then 6 months we'll be in another danger zone. But if we can figure it all out together, it's not doomy, but we got to work together to make it work. Does that make sense? Come on, we can do it. Getting along, it's a thing. And another thing, this is the sun. This is a giant coronal hole, so we're getting hit with solar wind right now, which makes everything a little bit crazier. And then this sunspot, the sun has woken up. And so if it has any type of a solar flare when it's facing us, that will only make things a little bit crazier. So just everybody be prepared. Everybody be cool. And we will make it through this together. Sound good? I'm glad I'm back. And I'm glad you're here. So everybody stay cool. And I will talk to you soon. God bless everyone.